So next, I'd like to start off by kicking off our awards program. I mean, that's why you're all here as well. So the first one is our Community Tech Impact Award, which is being given to the leadership of LA County Library. Now, how many of you remember that first time that you got your library card when you were a child and you set foot into that local library? I remember when I was growing up in Chicago that I got my first library card, thanks to my sister, when I was 7 years old. And I was so amazed at this magical world that I can find in books, that it would whisk me away from facing poverty, hunger in my neighborhood for that one moment. So this award is very near and dear to me, and also to Bill Martin on our board and others as well who can personally relate to this experience. So with that, our honoree tonight is Skye Patrick, who will receive this award along with her CIO, Binh. Skye is LA County Library Director. She manages the library's $201 million annual budget and is responsible for the operation of the library's 86 locations and a 12-vehicle mobile fleet that provides support and service to 3.4 million residents in the 3,000-mile area. Now, I was thinking about that. 3,000 miles is like flying from LAX all the way to the East Coast. So that's pretty amazing. So under Skye's leadership, LA County Library did not skip a beat in the middle of COVID-19. In fact, what's so impressive that in just a few short months, they ramped up their digital library card adoption by over 50,000 people. They also really help address this digital divide that we all see that came out of COVID-19. They provided new digital resources. They extended internet hotspots. So imagine if you're in a car, you can walk up to outside of an LA County library, sit in your car if you want to, and be able to get on the internet if you didn't have service at home. This is what they've done for our residents' communities in LA County. They donated loaner equipment as well. And they also use these parking lots to do COVID-19 testing. The library partnered with a third-party company to produce over 3,000 face masks. Now remember, in March and April, a few months ago, it was almost impossible to source these face masks, but they did it. And they gave it and donated it to senior homes, hospitals, and UCLA medical centers. So as you can see from all of this, Skye is committed to breaking down barriers and increasing access to all of us. And last year, Skye was named as the Librarian of the Year by Library Journal, a leading national publication in their industry. So with that, let's all give a thunderous applause to thank Skye Patrick and their CIO, Binh, for everything they've done for our community.
Hey, good job.
Thank you so much, Thomas. I certainly appreciate it. Can you hear me okay?
You can, and please do show your award, by the way, too.
Oh, so there was a little snafu. Oh, you don't see it. I have a background.
Okay. We can see a picture of it. Great.
That's right. First of all, I'd like to say thank you, and that I am very honored to be here and to receive the Community Impact Award on behalf of the LA County Library. Thomas actually went over several of my talking points, so I'll try and be more brief. You know, serving the community is at the core of what we do. And this year we had to really work to redefine what community means. So most of you know, we closed our doors in March, and we had to quickly adapt to how we work. So all of our in-person programs went virtual immediately. That was everything from our story times on Facebook to our maker programs on YouTube and job readiness workshops on WebEx. We had to find new ways to engage with our customers. Since that time, we've had over 150,000 people log on and participate in our over 200 virtual programs, which is outstanding. With our doors being closed, we also had to think about how people access the library. So we created digital cards, as Thomas said, and we've actually had over 65,000 cards downloaded to date, which is also amazing. We've seen a 300% increase in our virtual services, and that includes our online classes, that includes ebooks, music, and movies and more. There are lots of people who still prefer physical material, and so in order to address those needs, we started something called Sidewalk Service at 67 of our 86 locations, and the demand has been outstanding. In fact, we are filling over 55% more in holds at those locations than the same time last year, obviously pre-pandemic. Some of the things that we've done, again, Thomas mentioned some of these. Our libraries, when we were open to our customers, people relied on our public PCs, they relied on our Wi-Fi, and we actually had over 5 million people utilizing those services last year. So with that, we've created a new program, which is a laptop and hotspot lending program, and you borrow it just like a book. In fact, we're actually looking to expand that to include 500 more of those this coming week, and Ben may say something about that. We've also made sure that we offered wireless printing for those who do not have their own printing. You can pick it up. And then, of course, this winter, we're introducing a new workforce support program called Work Ready, and we're really thrilled about this, along with, again, as Thomas mentioned, expanding our Wi-Fi at many of our parking lots to go to the end of the campus so that you can leverage our outdoor campus for your Wi-Fi needs. During the pandemic, our staff sewed over 5,000 masks, Thomas, and 3D printed almost 10,000 mask extenders and face shield headbands. And this was a partnership with Health Services and the Rancho Los Amigos National Rehabilitation Center. Something you may not be aware of about libraries is that a third of our staff have served in or is currently serving as a disaster service worker. And they're working in various capacities, including contact tracing, distributing food to insecure families, and helping those experiencing homelessness. And I have to tell you, I am beyond proud of this staff. The pandemic has shown us different and new partnerships, and it's provided new ways and new and creative ways in which to provide services. And I just want to say thank you to the LA County Library staff. I want to say thank you to the LA County Board of Supervisors for supporting us. And I'd like to take an opportunity to introduce our CIO, Mr. Binh Lee, who is the driving force behind our IT. Mr. Binh Lee.
Thank you, Skye. Good evening, everyone. I'm Binh Lee, Chief Information Officer for LA County Library. Let me share my personal library story so you can understand how passionate I am about library services. I was first introduced to libraries as an immigrant to the US when I was a kid. My family left Vietnam after the war. We fled in the middle of the night with thousands of others. We spent 8 days at sea, fighting the cold, hunger, and even death. We got robbed by pirates and lost everything that we had. We spent 18 months in a refugee camp in Indonesia. Eventually, an American family welcomed us into their home, and we didn't have to be separated, so that was fortunate. I was 8 at that time. When I went to school, I didn't understand a word that anyone was saying to me. The school didn't know what to do with me, so they sent me to the library where I took ESL classes up till 8th grade. I felt safe in the library, and it became my happy place, really. The library staff helped me through those really difficult years. Eventually, I was able to learn English, adapt to my environment, get caught up in school, and found my interest in technology. And working in IT means I can be, working in any industry, but I choose to work for the library because I wanted to help people the same way librarians helped me when I needed it most. I want to help to build a library that introduces our customers to new technology, like what Skye mentioned, 3D printing and virtual reality and coding, much needed. I want to keep our communities connected online while they're physically isolated at this point with virtual programming and digital library cards. I will continue to innovate so that we can keep offering library services beyond library walls. So on behalf of the entire LA County Library team, we are honored by this acknowledgement of the work we're doing for our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben, and thank you, Skye. I think, wow, a very inspiring background, and we're so proud of what you've done for the community, so thank you.